Good day. And welcome to episode whatever. I've returned with a different anger. Do you want to know what it is? I'll tell you. Sword Art Online 2. Now, I'm not ashamed, not angry at episode 1. Quite the opposite. Well, I am. But when I tried to do a live reaction and then review, I was having problems with it. Yeah. Bastards. Anyway, let's continue. Crazy little running girl wants to make me healthy. Well, I suppose there are worse fates. Okay, that sounds fine. Thanks for your concern. It's not concern! Tomorrow morning then. I figured that ends the conversation, so I turn to leave. Not so fast. What? I feel a hand on my collar and in a second I've been yanked backwards. Hey, no need to be so rough. What do you want now? Amy looks almost wounded by my annoyed question. Thought you could use the company. Pity! Don't need you! Bugger off! Go annoy someone else. Her eyes narrow. Click, mouse! Besides, you were just going to try sneaking some more of that fried crap, weren't you? Well, I wasn't going to, but now that she mentions it, that would have been a really good idea. I was not. Another glare. Okay, maybe I was going to get a little. But afterwards, only because she gave us the idea. The glare continues. Okay, a lot. Jesus, I'm a danger to myself and others, aren't I? Golden! I get done agreeing that I need to be healthier and then immediately start considering the next unhealthy habit that comes my way. I knew it! You can't be trusted! Now I definitely have to stick with you. Piss off! This whole situation feels silly. I can only imagine what passerby thinks of the sight of me being lectured by a tiny girl half my size. Maybe I should just give up for now. Fine, do what you like. I sigh. Sigh. Might as well make the best of this. What you want to do? Amy thinks for a minute. Well, I promised Finn I'd stop by a mural. Oh, yay, good. Let's do that. I like that idea. I like it a lot. I better close bloody door so people don't hear me. Oh, here, door knocking. I confess I'm slightly curious as to how her mural turned out myself. So again, I consider there are worse fates. Let's go. I give a nod of assent and find myself almost dragged bodily, through the crowd as Amy races to our destination. Upon arrival. I should really upload that fan dub. By the time we reach the dorms, I can feel my heart pounding. My heart shouldn't be pounding after just that. You were dragged by a girl, by whatever, I don't care. I take a few deep breaths, willing myself to calm down. I'm one of the most normal looking people in the school, but I still have to be here. Sometimes I almost wish I'd lost a hand or something. No. I need my hands. At least then it would be obvious that I belong. But instead I don't even look sick. Even now, trying to catch my breath, I just look out of shape. Emmy looks back and notices my state of distress. You're not going to die on me, are you? Please don't. It'll be all my fault and I don't want to deal with that kind of guilt. I'm going to kill her. I'm going to kill her. I can't. I'm going to... Click. Besides, after the last time, I really don't think I need to see that again. Especially because the nurse will totally say it's all my fault. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Trying to hold back my cynicalness. Oh. Oh, lordy. Let's continue. Nah, I'm fine. Guess I need to start running after all. And you wanted to keep eating your greasy whatever it was? See, it's a good thing I found you, right? No. Okay, it was. Maybe. Of course I don't add that I wouldn't be in this state if she hadn't dragged me across the festival grounds. There we are. I was looking for the word dragged. Further conversation is interrupted by the sudden appearance of Rin. Oh, it's you. Hello, Emi. Hey, Rin, I brought Isao along because he was going to give himself a heart attack. I was not. My objection goes unnoticed. We stopped to see how the mural turned out. Rin nods slowly. Well, it's right there. Are you blind or something? Or are you just that stupid? You can see oh, you can see it pretty clearly. I find myself wondering how long Rin's been standing here in front of the mural. Has anyone even stopped by to look at it? Are we the first ones? Obviously, we're not the first to see it, of course. I mean, it's pretty big. You'd be hard-pressed not to see it. At the same time, I don't think anyone actually talked to Rin about it. Ah, anyone but us, that is. Ah! I feel compelled to say something. It looks pretty good. I'm still not happy with how it turned out. But I guess it'll do. She seems almost resigned to it. Artists. I'm not sure what she expected as a result, but I guess she didn't quite get there. At least you can draw! What the hell? We stand in front of the mural, taking it all in. I try my best to concentrate on the composition of the thing. It's actually fairly interesting. What is it? The colour swoops and blend together, dragging me along with them. There's a dreamlike quality to the whole thing that makes me almost feel sleepy. I try hunting out some of the colours. Emi and I grabbed for her. Try as I might, I can't see any Prussian blue. Oh well. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Yeah, that's true. My feet start to hurt, but Rin doesn't seem inclined to move on. Emi speaks up. Hey Rin, have you eaten? Of course. You can't survive otherwise. What about the past 5 hours? Maybe, but I'm hungry again, so maybe that means I'm wrong. Emi grins and claps her hands together. Good, come get some food with us. Rin nods in assent. Okay, but we should hurry before they notice I'm gone. Somehow I don't think they'd care. That's horrible, whoever they are. Wait, we're back here? As we head back to the food stalls, I cast a longing eye over the fried food. No, I'd better not. I'm pretty sure Emi wouldn't let me anyway. I bet you she has some fatty food instead. We find a nice spot on the grass and sit down to eat our purchases. Well, my purchases, anyway. Somehow I've wound up paying for all the food. Rin I don't mind paying for, but Emi, she can bugger off. Surprisingly, my unfried food is pretty good. Silence falls as Emi and I eat and Rin stares at something or other, occasionally eating a bite or two of her food. I finish my meal first and lay back on the grass. Emi glances up from her food. Tired, Isao? A little, I guess. Well, don't oversleep or anything tomorrow morning. We start our morning runs, remember? Actually, they slipped my mind. Fabulous. I was actually just enjoying myself. What? Shut up, chair. Wandering around the festival with these two has actually been fun. Rin, yes. Emi, no. She can burn at a stake. Yeah, I'll set an alarm. You better be there. I'll get angry if you aren't. God forbid. I don't think God comes into it. Unless it's some kind of freak accident and your alarm clock shorts out. That might be a random act of God. Well, don't cause any random acts of God then. A plan forms itself in my mind. It's a plan that makes me feel kind of guilty, but I throw it into execution anyway. Damn it, I've earned a little fried food. And anyway, I'm going to start running tomorrow, right? So the actual routine starts then, not now. Ergo, the dietary portion starts tomorrow too. Ergo, I can have something unhealthy today. A sort of final farewell to all the stuff that... Damn it, mouse! You click when I want you to, but don't... No, you click when I don't want you to, but don't click when I want you to, you bugger. I used to eat with wild abandoned before the hospital. There we are. Actually, I suppose I should head back to my room. I had some homework to do, and if I'm going to run in the morning, I should make it an early night. Those narrowed eyes again. You sure you're not just gonna sneak off and buy some of that fried stuff over there? Nah, I'm too full to bother now. I pat my stomach for emphasis. Besides, you two have cleaned me out anyway. Emi giggles, and it's a surprisingly pleasant sound. Another pang of guilt. She's got to know that I'm lying to her, doesn't she? No, good, you can lie to her. Fabulous. Or is she just that trusting? Then it's falsely misplaced. I feel kind of like a monster. Good! All a part of my... Mother of God. All a part of my master plan is how? Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning then. Thanks for the food and for keeping us company. And here I thought she was doing me a favour. Rin nods in agreement. I won't say see you tomorrow because that would be like predicting the future, and I'm pretty sure I can't do that. That's beautiful. Oh God. So wish I was romancing her, but I'm romancing her last. I boycotted her. Okay. Bye, you two. I feel oddly glad that I decided to leave my room today. Not a bad way to start my second week here, I suppose. Once I'm sure I'm out of enemy's line of sight, I make a beeline for the food stands and buy some cake. Cake! At least it's not fried, right? It's fine. That's slightly better than what I was planning to do. It's fine. I still feel a little bad about lying to enemy though. Well, considering she's doing this because she needs to, not because she wants to, you shouldn't feel any guilt. She really does seem concerned about my health. No, she doesn't. I'll make it up to her somehow. Besides, better head back to my room. Hey, I do have work to do. Hey, don't you finish it off? Didn't you? Oh, book. Fair enough. My book waits for me, and I flop onto my bed and read through the fireworks display. Oh, alone! Eventually all the walking around, or more accurately running around, catches up with me. I really am out of shape. Emi dragging me out in the morning to run might just be a good thing after all. Wouldn't the animation start after this? They normally do. It's something to look forward to. Yes? Animation! Oh God, that was the face he pulled. Oh, balls. That was terrifying. Act 2 form. And we get a nice butt shot. Bow chicka bow wow. My alarm! Beeping shatter... What? My alarm's beeping shatters the early morning quiet, and I finish myself wondering where to find the motivation to rise. Rise in revolution. I like the ending of the song. Class is still quite far off, but I agree to run with Emi in the mornings. Really, I'm not that interested in running as a hobby or even as a possible life-lengthening exercise. I don't think that's even possible. However, I feel obligated to follow through on my promise to Emi yesterday, which is why I find myself throwing on some running shorts and a light t-shirt. Lovely. The cool morning air, thank God we didn't even see Kenji. And now I'm out of water. The cool morning air caresses my face as the morning sunshine causes the dew on the grass to sparkle, nearly blinding me at first. As I make my way down to the track, an ugly thought strikes me. What? What if this is some sort of joke that Emi's playing on me? Well, I'll be killing her, definitely. Would that surprise me? Really? No. Hell, I'd probably do it to the new guy too. Hisao and I one and the same. At the very least, I'm sure Emi and Rin made a bet on whether or not I'd actually show up. I feel a sense of trepidation as the track comes into view. Oh God, you're here. You proved me wrong. For this, at least. You're late. It would seem that Emi is already there. What a relief. Not according to my watch. We both are early, in fact. Damn, you've got me there. Emi is sitting on the bleachers, decked out in her running gear, waiting somewhat patiently for me. I'm glad you're actually here. I was afraid that this was a joke or something. Nah, I never make someone get up early for nothing. Plus, Rin owes me 500 yen now. Oh, right, we were right. She didn't think you'd actually show up. I knew it! Nice to know Emi was on my side at least. I bet against myself as well. So, I can't blame Rin. Emi hops off the bleachers and begins stretching out. She's remarkably... life, whatever, almost like a dancer. I set out to stretch as well, but then realised that I don't exactly remember how to stretch properly. It's been ages since I stretched or anything, if you don't count my one stint at running last week. Damn it, yeah. And even then I don't think I actually stretched beforehand. No, you didn't. The spectre of my long hospital stay rises up again. I can't say I was all that active before the hospital stay, though, so maybe I'm just being morose. Emi giggles as she watches me stretch out. No, Hisao, you've got to hold it for longer than that. I'm trying. It kind of hurts a little. Ha, that's because you're out of shape. You've got to get some flexibility in you, like this. What? Where have you gone? To demonstrate, Emi reaches down and puts her head through her legs. Okay. God bless you, Emi. I see. Is that the sort of thing I should try for? Oh, God, no. Of course. Oh, what? Rest in peace, the Hisao dynasty. No, the Nakai dynasty, that's the last name. Flexibility is important for any runner. You'll be able to go faster the more you stretch out. That makes no sense to me, but Emi seems to believe it's true. With Emi's help, I managed to stretch myself out properly. I can't help but notice that when she thinks about how to explain things to me, her mouth scrunches up in concentration. It's adorable. Blech. Not bad, Isao. Come on, we'd better start running. We'll start off with just a mile, okay? That's 4 laps around the track, got it? We didn't even make it past 2! That sounds fine to me. That shouldn't be too hard, right? Oh god, a hazy memory of running a mile for a gym class surfaces in my mind. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Emi sets a pretty good pace and I fall in behind her. Try to keep up, okay, Sal? Roger. Roger, Roger. We round the first curve without incident, though I can already feel my heart rate increasing slightly. Oh god. By the second curve, I start to breathe through my mouth. Emi doesn't even seem to be breaking a sweat. As if to punctuate her superiority, she turns around and starts running backwards. Kill her with fire now! Are you doing okay, Sal? Never better. Oh really? Maybe I should speed up then, Oh no, wouldn't want you to overexert yourself. My heart panting and wheezing makes the statement less convincing than I had hoped. Emi simply smiles and turns around again. You're the boss, Isao. We'll stay at this pace. I get the feeling that I'm being mocked. We are. If I weren't in such terrible shape, I'd probably feel offended. By the third lap, my breath is coming in ragged gasps of... Oh! I'm also awash in my own sweat. Gross. We round the curve to start our 4th lap, and Emi turns back at me with a grin. Here we go! She takes off at a blinding speed while I stubbornly stick at my slower pace. By the time I get to the first turn, she's already rounding the second. As I struggle across the backstretch, Emi continues running and catches up to me. My god. Come on, Isao, you can do it. I'm gonna kill you. I'd answer her, but I'm too focused on getting air into my lungs and ignoring the burning in my leg muscles. Part of me wants to say something like, maybe you can, but I'm about to die here. But again, I doubt I can actually form words right now. There we are. Emi keeps pace with me as I round the second turn across the finish line. Her sprint seems to have gotten her sweating. It's actually caused her shirt to turn slightly translucent. It seems she wears a black sports bra. Why can't we see? I feel a vague stab of guilt for being the sort of guy who stares at a girl's chest. Well, I don't, but you know. I'm not a pervert, but my legs and chest are burning so badly I can't bring myself to care that much. Fair enough. Wait, if that's the case, how bad is she sweating then? No. Not bad for the first effort, so... Kind of you to say so. Emi seems to be, if not out of breath, at least breathing a little more heavily than she was before we started running. Ha! It must have been the sprint that did it. Hey, I've got a few sprints in. You should walk around the track to cool down. Then we can stretch out and we'll be all done, okay? Sounds great. Can't you feel the emotion and excitement within my voice? My legs are on fire and my breathing is still heavy, but surprisingly my heart seems to be taking the strain well. Beautiful. Another triumph of medical science, I suppose. Triumph. Was that triumph or triumph? Triumph. You should put your hands behind your head. It makes it easier to catch your breath. Surprisingly, she's right. I began to stroll around the track, happy to feel my breath coming back to me. Take the breath right out. Oh my god! There's a blur as Emi sprints by me. Watching her run is absolutely fascinating. It's not just because she's on prosthetics, though that is interesting. New picture. It's zooming in. The really interesting thing is the way her face changes. I can only catch glimpses of it as she runs by, but her eyes seem to come alive with a sort of fierce joy. It's as if there's nothing else in the world but her and the track. Fair enough. Apologies. By the time I've gotten to the final stretch, Emi seems to have finished her sprinting. She's breathing heavily now, but she's wearing a satisfied grin on her face. She waves to me cheerily as I near her. Feeling better, right? Actually, yes. Do you want to take another lap around with me? I've got to cool down too, you know. Part of me would rather sit down and not move, but something tells me that would be a bad idea. Besides, if I sit down, there may be no getting back up again. Sure, why not? Emi's got her hands behind her head now as well, which makes her seem very relaxed. The positioning of her arms also pulls her shirt upward ever so slightly, so I can see her. So that I can see her small strip of her belly. There we are. Flaming hell's bells. I do my best to act the gentleman and not look, but the contrast of her skin against her red running shorts is rather arresting. So how do you feel, Sal? Surprisingly good, actually. I'm sore and tired, but surprisingly good. As soon as I say it, I realise that it's true. It's a lie! Sure, part of me wants to lay down and die, but I feel like I've accomplished something. It's almost like a glow throughout my body that persists despite the soreness. Persists. Oh god. Yep, that's a runner's high. Runner's high? Yeah, it's something to do with... oh, adrenaline. Emi thinks for a moment as we walk, trying to remember. Then she shrugs and grins at me. I don't actually remember. It's a good feeling though, isn't it? I wouldn't know. On both accounts. Better than sex, right? I open my mouth to respond shortly before processing what she just said. ... Emi watches my face for a few moments before bursting into laughter. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You're just too easy. Why did I agree to run with you again? Emi just laughs harder. She takes a hold of my forearm and tilts it, allowing her to get a better view of my watch. Her face changes the moment she sees the time. Oh no, we better make a move. Move on, Isao. Get it. Class is in an hour, and I need to shower. I should probably do that as well. I need to see the nurse too. Maybe you'll write me a note for being late. Why do you need to see the nurse? Emi points to her prosthetics as if that would explain everything. It's important to check for irritation. You know, from sweat or friction or anything. Normally I only go after practice, but if we're going to be doing these morning runs, then I guess I'll see him twice a day. Wait, so Emi's only started doing these runs since I showed up? If it's more convenient for you to run with me at a later time... Don't be silly. I've been more meaning to start running in the morning for a while now. But if I didn't have a partner to run with, I'd be less likely to keep up my routine. It's always harder to blow off a commitment if you're going to do something else. If you're going to let someone else down, you know? So you'll be my running partner for the mornings. She's anchoring us! We both need the exercise, so it'll all work out, don't you think? Yeah, perfect. Did it have to be me though? Well, I guess I can't complain too much. Emi's pretty fun to hang out with, lies. And she's right, I need the exercise, doctor's orders even. Emi waves a quick goodbye to me. Right, I'm off. Come have lunch with us, okay? What? Lunch, you know, the meal, in the middle of the day. Come have it with us. Where? The rooftop. Rin likes it up there. When? What? Lunch? Lunchtime, when else? That was a silly question. Yeah, but I sort of felt the need to ask all three for completeness' sake. Emi laughs and grins. I don't think I've ever seen a girl smile so much before. Not bad, Isao. See ya. And with that, we'll be ending episode blah blah blah. I'll see you in the next episode. Good day.